Good evening. Magandang gabi. Ako ay wasaya no makita kayong lahat. I hope I said that. Anyway, I'm very pleased to be here, honored to be here actually, and I want to congratulate all the volunteers and Will and Mayoral Calgary for putting this on, but mostly I want to congratulate all of you for being here tonight and taking an interest in our city in this election. So, thank you for being here. I wanted to talk a little bit tonight. Obviously 2 minutes is not enough to even get started, so I would strongly encourage you to go to my website and find out what I have done and what I'm working on and what I hope to do for you in the future and get your feedback on that. So it's at jonlord.ca, and I would encourage you to do that. I think my candidacy is pretty simple. You will find that my work in the community as a volunteer over 30 years, my work as a small businessman for over 30 years, my work in politics at 2 levels of government, and all of my initiatives have all been about family, building community, and building the economy, and building and helping to build our great city. I said my track record is what I stand on. You will find in any election that talk is cheap, ideas are a dime a dozen, but I would strongly encourage you to think about looking at the candidates' track records for the proof of what they can do and have done and will do in the future. My platform is pretty simple. It's actually quite complicated in many ways, but the simple concept is Triple E City Hall. Efficient, which means doing things right and not wasting your tax dollars and doing things in a proper manner. Efficient, effective, which is doing the right things. And ethical, which means doing it for the right reasons. Thank you. Well, thank you. As I mentioned, my platform was Triple E. Efficient, effective, ethical. And I'm going to add one more right now called experience. Because when it comes to working on these issues, no other candidate actually has my experience and track record. And when people talk about walking the walk, walking the talk, I was doing it long before they were. So on these issues, let's talk about urban sprawl. Efficiency. What we're really discussing is smart growth, so that we don't waste your tax dollars and we don't waste city resources. But when we talk about smart growth, I don't think everyone wants to live in a high-rise apartment building. I think some of you might like a house with a backyard where you can barbecue. So we need choices. We need to be smart about how we deliver city services. We need to be smart about how we build. But we certainly want some choices. And that's effectiveness. Efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is making sure that we're doing the right things and not forcing all of you to live in high-rise apartment buildings. So when we talk about crime, well, what I've worked on that for many years is that crime prevention is very important, community policing is very important. I remember working with Chief Silverberg very closely and trying to come up with ideas to help on how we're going to prevent crime. But the police are not the only answers. The social agencies, homelessness, poverty, all of those other people that are working on this, and you'll find that much crime is related to drug addiction. So I did a lot of work on drug addiction. I did a lot of work on mental issues because at least 1/3 of the people in our homeless foundation, or in our homeless shelters, also have some mental challenges. I served nearly 3 years on the homeless foundation. While I was there, I said, will you back me to get secondary suites legalized in the province of Alberta? Because I was a provincial MLA, I fought for and got a provincial committee, which I chaired, to travel this province and get basement suites legalized across Alberta, and we were successful in doing that everywhere except the city of Calgary. So I was on the Homeless Foundation before Mr. Stewart, and that was my initiative. In terms of challenges that people are facing, when you're new to the country, well, there are many, and I think Alderman Hawksworth is accurate when he says we don't know them all. But one of them is jobs, employment, and finding enough income so that you're financially secure. My platform includes doubling, setting a goal of doubling the success rate of small businesses in this city, the startup rate of small businesses. It's very important, and with 30 years experience as an entrepreneur, I think I know how to do that. I'd appreciate your support on October 18th. Thank you.